definitely didn't feel my calling was to be in the salon, and I think I didn't really know at the time, but I was very interested in fashion, style, and creating that kind of hair that was connected with that. So I went, when I was an apprentice in London, I went on a photo shoot, and this is the mid-80s, with a stylist, and I really just connected with being in the studio and creating in that way. So I sort of decided at that point to take my work in that direction, not really knowing what would happen, but it kind of turned out all right. What's really great about my job now is that I'm allowed to be creative in all different facets. So from the styling to talking about the makeup, to talking about the look of the girl, obviously talking about the hair, designing the hair, working on the hair. And it's a really sort of a real kind of, you know, it's my little vision, this story, and it's kind of got one foot in the past and hopefully there's a couple of feet in the future. It's a mixture of different inspirations that I'm very inspired by, which is old masters like old paintings, Dutch work, Vermeer, and other kind of classical paintings, and also looking to the future, looking at sort of futuristic ideas of sort of women. And this has collided in this American Salon shoot. So I hope people find it enjoyable, fascinating, inspiring, or I'd be quite happy if they really hated it too. I'd like people to have an opinion either way. That's what's important, and I think it's important to have opinions when you're a hairdresser, to sort of define what you really like, and you can't please everyone, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's objective, you know, and nobody's right and nobody's wrong forward for people to have a look at. But I feel, you know, as long as I'm happy at the end of the day, what I created, then that's kind of enough for me. Now that's not egocentric, it just means that like when I walk out the studio at the end of the day, I feel I did the best I could. Well, it's funny, I was actually working on an Alexander McQueen show, and two Redken employees came up to me and sort of introduced themselves, and I don't even know how they were backstage, but they were sort of very interested in if I was working with any other brands or if I had any interest working for a brand. And I was aware of Redken and always loved their products. And slowly over the next kind of 18 months, we kind of had talks and things, and then kind of developed our first part of our relationship, which was over 10 years ago now. And it's been a great relationship that is really respectful on both sides, and they're so supportive of my vision and what I do, and don't try to sort of interfere in that way. And they kind of are really open to all my suggestions and things, and vice versa, you know. I really get involved with not the production, but when new products are coming out, they often look at what I'm using backstage, and we discuss what would be great ideas moving forward. And then I get to try the products out first and give them my feedback, and I learn a lot about products through Redken, do you know what I mean? I think at one point I used to just pick up things that I would always use, and then through working with Redken, and they've got such amazing products, and I learned, you know, I don't know, it made me much more aware of products. It made me much more aware of the hairdresser in the salon as well, because often a lot of my work with Redken is sort of thinking about how stylists use products, what they're inspired by, or what we'd like to try and show them how to sort of work with products or inspire them as hairdressers. So that side of I didn't really get involved in before. So, you know, it's kind of taught me a lot of things as well, working with Redken. And it's been, yeah, I've really enjoyed every moment of it. It's been a great partnership. It's always great to have some like benchmark to judge your own work or to be inspired by, and that's very flattering that people look at my work and are inspired by it. And I look at other hairdressers, and I And they could be famous hairdressers and they could be not famous hairdressers. Like everyone, I have an Instagram now, and I look at Instagram and I often see lots of sort of hair pictures from people I don't know, but it kind of puts me out there and see what people are really doing. And obviously I kind of love all the classic hairdressers like Vidal Sassoon and Kenneth, which was a New York kind of uptown hairdresser, did amazing hairdos in the 60s, and Garin, who's an amazing hairdresser, and Julien Dice, who's an amazing French hairdresser, who's, their work's completely inspiring to me, and lots of other people, but also just people that I don't know. I'm surprised at how much good work there is out there, and it keeps me aware of what people are doing. So I think it's really good to be informed about what people are doing outside of New York, outside of fashion, and obviously Instagram, you can connect and see what people are doing, see what hairdressers are inspired. And I must say the standard of work seems really high, do you know what I mean? It's like the colour techniques and I don't know, all these different things I'm really inspired by, yeah. It was challenging being away from home for so long, and being out of my routine. And the older I get, the more I like routine. It's challenging to be with a team of hairdressers that I travel with. Sometimes it's 30 to 40 hairdressers that I'm working with. So there's lots of different personalities. There's lots of different personalities from the people in the industry. And so, as well as doing your work, you have to kind of get on with everybody, be like a mediator, a kind of politician, a kind of a friend, a kind of a supporter. There's lots of things that go into making the shows really work, as well as being creative and coming up with new ideas. Well, I've got some work in an exhibition in New York, which is exciting, at the Cooper Hewitt exhibition. I've got like a secret project coming out that I haven't told anyone about yet, so it's a little thing that I'm doing which I think people will enjoy. But I can't really talk about it yet, so. But by the time this comes out, it'll probably be launched. And I continue being inspired by hair, do you know what I mean? And also, to be kind of aware more of social media and the way the world's changing within that, and the way our profession's changing and the media scene. To learn more about that, I feel that's like slightly not my generation kind of thing. So to learn about social media and all the different kind of avenues and how you can promote hairdressing, and it's something I really want to dive into in 2016.